If your guppies aren't breeding or you just want more guppies, keep watching this video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 tips on how to get more baby guppies. I'm also going to be implementing these suggestions to my own tank as we go through. So the first and most important thing is to add lots and lots of cover. The fry, which is the baby fish, need to be able to find some spots to hide from the parents because their parents will actually eat them. So make sure to have lots of cover in the tank, all over the tank, so that the little fish have somewhere to hide. I actually just bought all these plants from the store, and today we're going to be putting them into our tank. Alright you guys, so I've got this pack of plants right here. It says the value pack. It says it has 2 large plants and 1 extra large plant. I'm assuming this is the extra large plant right here. So I'm just gonna open this real quick. Why does this always happen when I open these cardboard packages? Okay, there we go. Okay, so the first plant that we got is this like grassy stuff. I don't know. I thought it would be a little bit thicker. Not my favorite one so far, but there's still 2 more. Okay, the second is this long plant right here. Again, not very thick. Hopefully the last one's thicker, but at least this is nice and heavy feeling. I don't know. It'll do a good job, I think. Okay, now we have the last one. This one does look pretty big. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, this is a good size. So this will be perfect for the guppies because this will go on the ground just like this. It'll kind of bend to the side like this and wave in the water, and then all the little guppies can hide in all these plants. But these plants just came out of the package. They do smell quite plasticky, so I'm gonna quick rinse all these off and then we can throw them in the tank. All right, all the plants are washed. Let's bring them to the tank. Now, my tank already has quite a bit of cover for the guppies, as you can see, but you can never have too much, right? So I'm gonna be putting some, I think maybe in this corner and then back here as well, or maybe back there. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Okay, you guys, I put in the new plants. Can you find them? The big one is right here. I put 1 strand going this way and then the rest going this way. The rock part on the bottom isn't even touching the ground. It's just kind of back there in all those plants. I wanted it like that because then I could drape it farther this way. I wanted to leave this whole space open for our turtles to swim, so I didn't put any plants there, but I did put another one right there. And that's because this was the only plant there before, so I added the taller one to kind of cover our filter back there because it's kind of ugly, so now it's a little bit harder to see. The last one, the grassy one, I put back there. It's kind of my least favorite, so I just kind of, there's the base right there. I just kind of threw it in the back. You can see the top right there. But I think that these plants will really do a good job keeping our little baby guppies safe. Live plants are also great for guppy tanks. The only reason I don't have very many of those is because of these little guys right here. My baby painted turtles, they eat everything. I have 1 munched Amazon sword that they decided they wanted for lunch. That guy didn't really grow, but I also had a ton of duckweed floating on the top, but they ate that all too in like 2 weeks. So having turtles in the same tank is definitely not that great for guppy breeding. So if you're trying to breed guppies, put your turtles in a different tank. The second tip I have for you guys is to keep a good male to female ratio. So you want about 1 male to 3 females. That's the ratio I have in my tank, and it keeps everybody from harassing each other. So if you have about the same amount of males as females, you're probably going to want to go grab some more females from the store. The third tip I have for you all is to raise the water temperature. So guppies are more of tropical fish and they like the warmer temperatures. So if you want to turn that heater up to maybe about 82 degrees, 84 is probably the highest, it'll actually increase their metabolism, make them grow faster, and make them produce more babies. Mine's already pretty high, so we're not going to be doing that today, but if yours isn't yet, make sure to turn up that heater. Also, quick note on that, you want to increase your temperature slowly over a long period of time to not shock your fish. Now, the fourth tip that I have for you guys is to remove any predators, and that might be kind of funny coming from me because I have 2 baby painted turtles in here and a ton of big platies and a ton of guppies, and those all will eat the baby guppies. But that is exactly why I'm telling you to remove all the predators, because I mean they keep eating all my baby guppies. So if you want hundreds of baby guppies, take out anything that can eat them. Now of course you might be like, Natalie, if the adult guppies eat them, I can't take the adult guppies out because they're the ones who are having the babies. Good point. So a couple things that you can do is you can actually separate the pregnant females into a different tank or a different container while she's giving birth, and then remove her right after so that you have all the babies separated, and then you can go grow those up somewhere else in a different tank until they're old enough to come back into the big tank. But if you don't have that and you just have 1 tank like me, make sure to get a lot of plants, like we said in the first tip, to make sure that the baby guppies have lots of places to hide from their parents. Another thing that you can do is buy one of those little breeding breeder nets and scoop out the baby guppies when you find them and put them in the breeder net so that the parents can't reach them. The only reason I don't have one of those is because these turtles would try to get into the breeder net and eat all the baby guppies, and that's even worse. So my fifth and final tip for you all to have hundreds of guppies in your tank is to feed more. Now, of course, you want to feed small enough foods so that your guppies can eat it, and you also want to feed really high protein foods. Baby brine shrimp are one of the best foods that you can feed baby guppies and even adult guppies. You can even grow them yourself if you want, or you can just buy them frozen like I do from the pet store. A really important thing to know about feeding is when feeding your guppies more, you want to feed them small amounts a lot more times during the day instead of larger amounts fewer times during the day, if that makes sense. So that would be, instead of feeding them twice a day, just pouring a ton of food in there, maybe feed them 5 times a day, but just putting less food each time. This will help your adult and baby guppies grow faster. I do have some frozen brine shrimp right in the freezer, so let's go get some and feed our guppies. Quickly guys, before we feed the guppies, if you guys could just tap the subscribe button real quick, that would be awesome. It really helps out the channel. Okay, back to the video. Okay, so I've got the baby brine shrimp right here. It comes in these little cubes. Let me show you guys. So these little cubes are all full of baby brine shrimp. I have this little cap right here, and we just take a cube and pop it in. Oh, there we go, just like that. Okay, I've got a little cube of brine shrimp right here. We're just gonna plop it in. And all of our guppies will start to find it and start munching away. Guys, look how cool this is. These might be platy babies, but they look like they were just born. Look how cute they are. Do you guys see them? There's one right there, and then there's a little one right there. Well, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Comment down below any other ideas you might have for videos. Make sure to subscribe. I hope you have lots of guppy babies, and I'll catch you in the next video. See ya!